Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Pedro and in today's video I bring you the second part of my build, my community build from my challenge of building Newcrest. So in today's video I'm very excited. I will bring you the community space, the original place where you need to choose for what you should change, and I will bring you the Makerspace. And it's very quirky, I will say, this community space. I use a lot of items from debug just to represent what I was looking for. But, and I don't know if you know, but if you have items from debug, your themes majority of the times just pass through fences like they don't exist. To avoid that, and for them to focus more and to have them actually as just a decoration, I put plants all around of my building. So it means I force the themes to go inside by the correct place. So this is from Newcrest, and if you go to Newcrest on the bottom part of the map, for me, I considering to be the most richest part. You will have a part is connected to like a lake or a river or a bay, and I imagine this to have a port. So this is the most big lot in Newcrest, and that's what I was planning here. So because it had a port in the past and then was closed, everything stopped, they were not using anymore, this was transformed in a quite landfill. So it have like some abandoned shipping containers, you will have a lot of trash around, dumpsters, you will have cars, parts of cars. I found on debug parts of cars, and I was like, yes, I need to have this. The floor is like deep concrete, and we want to change that. So the neighbors of this lot, they are not happy because people is dropping everything here. I will put some lost couches. We will see in a second toilets. So I will put this in the gallery as actually have a toilet, but it's a lost toilet and lost shower and sink. They will be usable, so you can actually use them. So here we are doing a little bit of landfill vibe. With all the items from debug, so you actually find them from eco lifestyle, and I was very having fun and happy with this. So as you can see, I used this big, I don't know the name of them in English actually, but it's like you find it in ports, and I will put some of the where the boats like they land and they stuck the boat to don't go away. I will find and I'll put some of that too. We will put this metal fence to give the industrial vibe of the place, but it's abandoned, it's not being used anymore, and the mayor decided, okay, we need to make something. This is the richest neighborhood, and we're gonna offer something for the community. So that is where the idea came from. So they break down all of this, and I think I was trying to make them to be a look of, okay, let's idealize what I can see here, and I made it here, and what we can transform to the next building. So it's like they reuse things, and they fix the things, and the makerspace will represent that. And it looks like they break down these shipping containers and they use it to make the building. It's really pretty, it's really quirky and funky, and I was so happy about this one. This one is definitely my favorite one. The other ones, you can see it in the part one, they are more toned down and less crazy, I will say. But I was thinking, as a thinker, and you want to create and be a designer is like being creative, and I imagine actually them doing this for the community, and it looks so pretty. We will see it in a second when I will start building. It looks really, really nice. This is just a landfill to start. It doesn't have nothing special. It will have the board for you to vote. You will have dumpsters. What is good if you want to dumpster dive and start your career? It will have some lost machines, and I did this on purpose. So it means you can start straight away to use them. I put them like the very, very technology machines inside of the shipping containers. It is like this shipment never get out of here is what was inside of the shipping container, but no one pick it up, and then when they close and they make this to not be functional anymore because they were not needing the port, was just forgotten there. So actually it's usable, so you can use it. You have the wax candle. I imagine to be like someone who was using this space before. And you see it's a lot of trash around, and bathtubs and chest drawers. It's like the neighborhood was dropping their furniture here because it was a landfill. They didn't have where to dispose all of this, and they needed to find a solution. And I think it's more or less the vibe of eco lifestyle is that. It's like, where do things go when you drop them to the bin? It's like they evaporated, they disappear, and it's to give a new life and for makers think about it when before we throw it away, what we can do more with that items. And it's actually really, really fun. I've been having a lot of joy and fun, and I will tell you the truth, since the trailer came out, beside all the backlash and all the controversial around this pack, I was happy. I wanted to have it. I knew it. I was not going to buy it straight away. It's very expensive in my point of view. So I wait for having a little bit of a discount. But I knew it. I'm going to love it. And I really, really like this. We will putting some, we're going to put some graffitis around. It looks really, really quirky and very abandoned, I guess. It looks really ugly for me in terms of the neighborhood it is. But I imagine when a lot of places, like I said in the previous video, you have ports and places to be renovating. At the end, they turn very, very expensive and very high class place. So now we change. As I told you, we are using the base of the build for all of them the same. We just change decorations, windows, everything inside. We will keep the park around, so we will have a little bit of a common place in all of them. So it's not like a completely different new place, and it looks like if you decide to change halfway through, it's just the build who change and not all of the environment and all of the lot to be different. And actually, I will be sincere, it's very, very difficult to do that. That will take you a lot of time. It will be very, very time consuming, and I think this will give a more realistic view to the community and how it works. And here on this one, so we are seeing the Makerspace is the one I decided to use. Like I imagine them. I don't imagine in the garden place or in the marketplace. For them, they want like to be fashionable and to be like modern. But as a thinker, I imagine them to actually using the shipping containers to make this building. And I can tell you, I believe the floor is not comfortable. It was in real life, but we are talking about The Sims. and it ended up so amazing. I can't even describe how excited I am for you guys to see this. It's really pretty. It's completely my style. I love it. We made this bump outside so to give it more open space. Here in the front, you will have the stairs. It's a much more open build to the outside. Instead of being so close and being a build, like I imagine a community garden to be more comfy, to have a lot of plants, to have seats, and here it's more technological, is bigger, and you know what I mean. So we change all of the colors, we change all of the so the frame you put in the middle of the buildings now is metal. I decided to choose this orangey like rust color. I really like it. We're gonna change the roof to orangey so it matched to Dumpy. So I put green first, but at the end I'll change it. And we keep that outside to the inside to actually prove, of course, some of these colors doesn't match the containers was here before, but I imagine them to paint them and to change them and to make it colorful. So to make it actually looking quirky and funky. So we're removing the toilets will be in another place. We're removing all of that from the community garden, and we will start making the makerspace. I had a lot of fun playing with the colors, and we will see that in a second. We're gonna start making the floor now. So I put exactly like was the shipping container. They cut it one side, they put them together, they fix it another part. That's what I was looking for, and it ended up really beautiful. I really like it. I really like it. I don't believe this floor is the most comfortable one, because can you imagine it will be like bumping metal strong, so you are always walking, but it's the same, so it doesn't make any difference, and we can be creative and imagine it will be fine. Here we have the bathrooms. That's what I'm starting with. I love this window, so I decided to, you see, I always use different items. It's always different, the windows, the frames, and that was the objective of this building. So they are all based in the same one, but they are always a different thinking of how you imagine a community point of view of a space. We're gonna have some wood accent around there on the top. What it makes it like a divider, but at the same point it makes it to be open. We have the glass roofs in both sides. We will see in the tour. I will show you everything in more detail with the tour. The video today is quite shorter because in the previous one, when you do the building, when you do the main building and all the garden is done already, it's much easier than just to break it down and to build it up again, just one part. So that's what I did with this building. So as you can see, I was mix and matching the colors. We were gonna have like, in the orange part we have black, in the black part we have orange, with the white part we have red, in the red part we have white, and go on and go on. And I was quite happy to this playful, and I imagine them to be like that, colorful, playful. They love this, and because it's a maker space, I imagine them like do it for doing it. Like we will have a lot of mix and match chairs. It's like, oh, I have a new dye color. Do you want to see how it looks? Oh, let's make a chair. And they made a chair, and it came out at that color. So it will have a lot of mix and match in the second floor on the front of that type of chairs. We have some skill build items. We have computers. We have the makers machines. We still have the bookshelves, so you can make skill build items. You have easels. You have bonsai trees, so you can make gardening skill. You have the chests in the park. So we always keep that to make it very useful for a gameplay. I always like to make that, to put items, it will be useful, not just focusing in one thing, but in many things, so it could be very useful in the gameplay. And yes, I hope you enjoyed these 2 videos. I'm really happy with the end result. I was really, this item you see me putting, I will tell you the truth, I think I hate that item. I really try to make it work. That flora panels, like decorating flora panels, I can't make them work. I really hate them. They I think it's the colors or the pattern is like is not for me. I think it's the only item I really don't like. I really don't like from this pack. So here we're gonna make it outside with the more bicycles, lounge chairs. We will change the seating area to the sun part on this one. I imagine them relaxing, taking renew energies, and then they go back to work or whatever they were working. We still have dumpsters. I keep a little bit of animals just to give some, friendly zone, and to mix and match a little bit of the building. So here we have a little bit of the garden. It's like I always wanted to have a little bit of connection, but to be completely different buildings. In all of them, you will find dumpsters and you will find the recycle machines. And I was thinking that is very important for these buildings, because you always have to wanted to have dumpsters where you can dive, and you always want to have like recycle machines so you can recycle the items. I'm using some vases for the Hispanic month patch we had here. They're very colorful. I really like them. Inside, we're gonna have a very comfy zone here. So here we have the kombucha again. Yes, we have the kombucha again, so we can make juices here. The only place we don't have this machine is in the community garden. But we have 2 of them. You can find them in the marketplace, and you can find them in the Makerspace. I will put all these buildings in the... I will share them with you. And I will link all the links down below for all the community spaces to put it on the gallery. That's what I was looking for to say. And I hope you're enjoying this video. We are almost jumping in the tour. We will have the tour today of the main build and on the Makerspace we are seeing now. We're just gonna finalize with some toilets. So I always change them. We're gonna change the wallpaper there to a more brass color, and I really like it. We're gonna have some maker lights. I imagine I put in all of them. Showers is very odd to have them in community places, but because of the dumpsters, I think it makes sense. And because this is a community space and the park, I always think it's good to have it if you're making some challenge, and because it's a community, you can use them, and it will help you out in some of the challenge going around. This is just make with eco lifestyle, this building. The marketplace is the only one you will find with some city living things. And we're gonna put just wall decorations inside of this building. I hope you are enjoying and stick with me. We are very, very soon jumping into the tour of the building. So without further ado, let's dive into the tour.
And here we are in the final buildings. So this is the community space. This should be the first building showing in your world. This was previous port, and now it's like a dumpster. Everything is being doing here. You have some dumpsters, have some shipping containers. It have some trash all over the place, like old furniture. It have the port things I told you for the boats. So it's here. So this was used before. It's been desactivated. People is been trashing everything they don't want in their households. Here because it was like a not usable place, and they are willing to change. So you see we have some recycle machines, some more dumpsters, candle making there at the end. Here we have the fizzy drinks. So I decided to put all of this in the original building, representing what is coming for. So if we go inside, we have the maker machines, and all the other ones are quite empty. So here we have a little bit of a couch, trash. Here we have some leftover plants, some suspicious um, liquids and cans. And here we have the toilets. They are usable. You can use them if you want. It's like things who were left here. So this is it. This is the community space. On the top floor, it doesn't have even stairs to go there. It's just merely decoration. And I didn't want it to make it to be so cluttered as just a small building. So without further ado, let's jump into the makerspace. And here we have the Makerspace. As you can see, and if you saw my previous video, I keep the aesthetic of the building. We have the park in front, and it's really, really pretty. It's the most closed one I have to the community space. I really like the design and the colors and the shipping containers to be represented in the building. It looks like was reused, and that's the meaning of the park. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So we still have the pond, we have the playground. We can see here we have the truck. So Sims can have some food, grill. On this side, we have some woodworking tables. We have the recycle machines. If we go further down, we have the bonsai trees, and here is an overview of the back of the building. It's really beautiful. I really, really like it. It's my favorite one from all of them. It came out really, really well. So here we have the paintings. So you can train your painting skill. Here we have a little bit of a lounge, some lounge chairs, and let's dive into the building. So the difference between this one and the other ones is I decided to cut the building a little bit on the middle to give a more open space as we are seeing here. We have some chairs outside. They are like mix and match to give that vibe of let's experiment, let's do new things, and that's why we have the maker spaces. We have more on this side, so let's go inside. If we go through the left side, we have a little lounge, and we have the bathrooms. So here is a bathroom. We have showers because of the dumpsters. We have toilets, and then we have the sinks. We have an amazing view through the bay. Then if we go through this corridor with this wall decoration, we can see the other side. We have a little lounge too with a television, we have heating, and we have the juice machines. If we go up the stairs on the left side, we have the making machines. So we have this magnificent glass roof and this space to the makers. And if we go to the other side, it's more of like office space. I really like even this computers is look made by the makers too. Some batteries, they reuse it. We have some bookshelves, again, the glass roof. We have some lounge table, and that's it. This wraps up these two parts of this building. I really, really like it. The fountain. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to see more, please don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It's really appreciated. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one.